practice, practice, and practice. It don't always make you perfect, but it will make you better. You know, the great thing about bow hunting, it's something we can go out and do 52 weeks out of the year, whether we're indoors or outdoors, at a range or in your backyard. It's something for me that I really enjoy. And the more you practice, the better you're actually going to be. You're going to know your equipment, you're going to build yourselves up physically, and you're going to have more confidence when the opportunity arrives. Well, when I say we can shoot 52 weeks out of the year, that's all great, but this week's show, I gotta tell you, is all about 1 week. That's right, it's Deer Week right here on the Outdoor Channel. And with that said, we've got 3 hunts by our team. Myself, Aaron, and Mac have headed to Kansas. And Kansas is big buck country. But the great thing about it, the rut was on. And I always am going to tell you, when you hunt the rut, wherever the girls go, the boys will definitely follow. And that's exactly what happened in the setup sitting on a Whitetail Institute food plot. It's a lot of action, it's a lot of excitement, and we're bringing it all your way right here on Scent Blocker's Most Wanted.
The Whitetail Institute of North America presents Scent Blocker Most Wanted. Brought to you by the Whitetail Institute of North America. Research equals results. Ford and your quality Ford dealers. Matthews Archery. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Scent Blocker. Nothing gets you closer. And Mossy Oak. It's not a passion, it's an obsession.
Saddle here just outside of Bragg, Kansas with our good friends at Hang'em Outfitters. It's a whole new meaning of cold. It's down into 15, 20 degrees with 20 plus mile an hour winds, and it's gusting as high as 30 right now. So I'm cold to say the least, but I tell you what will warm us up. There's a most wanted buck here that we're after. He's just a massive, massive deer. We just got into the blind. It's the evening of our 4th day here at Hang'em Outfitters. You know, we've spent the lion's share of the week going after one of our most wanted bucks. Well, after 3 days, he hasn't shown. So after 3 days, we thought, you know, it's time to make a little bit of a change. So this morning, we hunted a new spot that we've never hunted before. It had great movement all morning long. We had 2 shooters, neither of them got within range.
Scent Blocker's Most Wanted is brought to you by Covert Scouting Cameras, a camera for every need and budget, and Premier Farm Realty Group and Auction. Own a slice of America's heartland. Scent Blocker Most Wanted is brought to you by Element Archery, built to hunt, and Thorn Broadheads, driving accuracy through hidden blade technology.
Welcome back to the show. As you just saw, I was having a little bit of a different situation with Hang'em Outfitters, and it wasn't that it was a bad week, it's just we were after an absolute giant of a deer, and he never showed himself. We saw him one time before shooting light actually, but outside of that, he was constantly on the move. And because of that, we had to make a move, and we went ahead and positioned ourselves near the food source as well. And as you'll see in this next hunt, I got myself right between the bedding area, the food source, and it all came together for me. Hope you enjoy this next hunt. I know I did.
Oh my God, I can't believe that just happened. Nothing like that has ever happened to me before. I rushed the shot, and he ran off, and he stopped. There's still does here. I was able to get another thorn loaded. He came back, and the vertex just smoked him at 40 yards. I mean, just 10-ringed him, and he ran off to our right, and we're pretty sure we heard him go down. So, Braden, crouch in. Let's go out there and take a look. What a beautiful buck.
Brood of an 8-point right there, buddy.
That was the second shot. First shot went right through here. Just an old boy, but man, those G2s.
They're long.
It's unreal. Man, thank you.
You bet.
So much.
Scentblockers Most Wanted is brought to you by IM Performance Nutrition, fueling the outdoor athlete, and Matthews Archery. Scentblocker Most Wanted is brought to you by Mission by Matthews, and Kirsch Targets. Train smart, finish strong.
Welcome back. We're hunting with Hingham Outfitters just outside of Pratt, Kansas. But you know, these guys for our Most Wanted show are always making certain that they've got some big bucks in areas that they're checking out and knowing. And this year, there's no drought. So with all the rain they've had, great news is we have a food source with Whitetail Institute food plot that is next to none. So what we're looking for is the girls to show up. We've got 2 or 3 bucks that I would consider shooter bucks that it's on my Most Wanted list. And in Kansas, you never know what's going to show up. I seen him in the CRP. I seen him hunch up, and right behind these trees, I seen him fall. Between it getting chilly and me getting nervous, whew, wow. That buck came through here. He had a doe and a fawn. He went all the way down there. And he got down there, and I didn't think he was gonna come back. We had 8 does out here in this food plot right here, feeding. And And I looked up and I seen this fawn coming. Next thing I knew, he put his head down and here he came. And he came just like on a string. Holy smokes. Was that not awesome? I'm gonna walk down real quick and look out there before we lose light. Man, what big bucks do to me. This is crazy. This is insane, but man, is this fun. You know, as I told you a while ago, if you go where the girls are at, the boys will show up. Here he is. G2's forked, just a big old body, rutted up buck. You know, I'm shooting the new Element arrows with a brand new thorn, and I definitely put a thorn in his side. You know, we're shooting at a steep angle, so I shot a little high, but it went down, and like I said, from this tree stand here, we're probably not 65, 70 yards. But look at that. Got split G2, mainframe 10, big old noggin head on him. That old hard head got him in trouble. I told you. You go to these food plots this time of year and the does are going to show up. That's what made it possible for me to kill this buck. I cannot stress enough about food, and how important it is to planet.
Scent Blockers Most Wanted is brought to you by Pure Whitetail, one deer directly to one bottle, and Old Oaks Outfitters, Indiana's premier hunting destination. Scent Blockers Most Wanted is brought to you by Ford and your quality Ford dealers. Mossy Oak, it's not a passion, it's an obsession. Tree Spider, the new world of tree stand safety. The Heartland Archery Series, made by hunters for hunters. Finlayson Lake Resort and Campground, making your dreams real. And Doug Myers Taxidermy, the official taxidermist of Scent Blockers Most Wanted.
Welcome back to the show. This next hunt is kind of a special one. Macklin Noose has had a dream for many years to kill a deer on his own property. And living out in Kansas, you know, you never know where the big bucks are gonna be. But in his backyard a couple years ago, he put in a Whitetail Institute food plot. And his house, even though it sits on just a couple acres and it's wide open, it butts up against a huge bedding area.
November 27th here in Kansas. The rifle season opens tomorrow. Last night, we had one heck of an encounter with the most wanted buck. He came in straight downwind of us. Came up right behind the tree stand, so I couldn't see him. Braden would look at him in the eyes. Braden would look at me in the eyes, trying to coordinate when I can stand up and grab my bow and turn around. And unfortunately, all the dots did not line up, so he walked away. We grunted at him. He had zero interest in coming back, so he walked off. So the wind is a little bit funky tonight, but considering we're after the backyard buck, we're going to use the theory that there's enough human scent coming from my house on a daily basis that even though our scent is blowing back towards where they come from, they're going to confuse us with the scent from my house, and they're still going to approach. So hopefully this Whitetail Institute alfalfa plot still brings them in. Hopefully we are as scent free as can be. Hopefully they pay attention to the scent from the house and not from Braden and I. And hopefully the buck does the same thing he does last night. He comes in about 4:30 and we can put a thorn in him and put him down for good, and we can harvest that backyard buck. You know what Daddy's got in the back of his pickup? What? You don't know? What is it? It's not a raccoon. Isn't it? Come here, let Daddy hold you. It's cold outside.
What is it?
Come here. Yeah, we're gonna go see it. What is that?
Yeah.
Is that a deer?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a big one, that's
I'm
right.
gonna eat it.
That's right, we're gonna eat it.
You want to eat it?
Yeah.
What do you say to Daddy?
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome, Charlie.
Only you shoot one.
That's right, only shoot $1. Okay. We can get a doe now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay.
But we can't turn